knew she'd understand. I said, hey, would you like to take a tumble with me? No reason why not. Far as I can see, Beverly, Brontosaurus, heavenly, what was in store for us? I took her for a ride, man, we didn't have to go too far. I took my best wish and I put it on a falling star. Then she said to me, are you ready for a big surprise? 2 weeks later, I was still hospitalized. Beverly, Brontosaurus, Beverly, cuss, Beverly, oh, come back to me, oh, Beverly, oh. Ignis rocks are made of fire. Ignis rocks are made of fire. Ignis rocks are made of fire. Your heart is my desire. Your heart is my desire. Other rocks can be so hard. Other rocks can be so hard. Other rocks can be so hard. Our hope will never part. Our hope will never part.
Action.
Pew 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 pew.
Hi,
What's
hello.
up?
Yes, hi, hello.
We're live.
We're live. How's it going, everybody?
Hello, everybody. Sound off in the chat, Corm. How is everyone doing this week?
I'm good.
Good.
In a week of life events, where did our last week rank? From catastrophic to benign.
I don't
It-
remember much of last week.
It was a good amount of stuff. I mean, I didn't really. Did I watch anything?
Y'all watched Velma. That was a little
Here's the thing.
I-
community.
Since you
I
brought it
was
up.
not there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
So
not planned.
we had a little watch party on Saturday night. It was me and some of our illustrious members of our community. You know, we got Corm, we got Beck, and Cody was there too. And yes, we watched the first 3 episodes. Apparently, I'm super quiet. Is this any better? Yeah. So yes, Leland.
How long are these said episodes?
They're
like 25
30 minutes, 25, 30
Okay,
minutes
so
long.
standard
Yeah.
cartoon minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
I did not do my homework, so I'm not up to date. I haven't watched any of it yet.
It's okay. We're going to
probably
continue
the
the
best.
watch party this coming Saturday. So if anyone would like to join us, make sure you watch the first 3 episodes of Velma so you'll be all caught up with the rest of
You
us.
want to be caught up on what's going on.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I didn't think they could do it. I had my doubts. But we watched
That they
those
would do
first 3
worse?
episodes and it turns out that yes, it can get worse. And it did get worse.
Is it just like dry funny, or is
No,
it just
it's not funny.
Not funny.
That's
at
the
all?
problem. It's just not funny at all.
Is it try too hard funny? Like they think like
Is it-
this is in. Let's laugh at this. I think people will like this.
It's like
Is it still taking like subtle shots at leftists?
it's not as noticeable. Maybe those jokes
Mhm.
just haven't happened yet. But
Yeah.
like it's just
Wonder if they learned anything.
well, that's the thing. They probably didn't because as Leland has educated us multiple times, usually when it comes to animated shows, the first 2 seasons are done back to
All
back.
been done.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
they're
that's-
Not a lot of room for pivoting.
yeah, so
I mean, I know from people working on it. X-Men season 2 is in production. It's 3 and 4. They don't know if they're getting it.
Mm.
and come on.
Yeah.
Give us a 3 and 4. Do it for Rogue. Do it for her. She's right
Do it.
there.
Do it for your sugar.
Do it for my sugar.
Not to stop you from, but did you hear what they said about X-Men? The remaining 3 episodes
No.
of this season. They said if you thought your heart was broken with 5, buckle the fuck up. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Mm.
I was like, what
Stop.
the fuck? It's like-
Stop it. This used to
Okay.
be fun.
all right, sorry, I mean, yeah. And also, Cap has better things to do with his time than look for his fucking sealed. Okay, Velma, go.
Does he?
He does.
Apparently he doesn't, because he ain't avenging Genoshan citizens.
Yeah. It's because they're not humans.
Yeah,
Cap's like,
they're not
"Fuck it."
American enough. Fuck
Carry
you, Steve
on.
Rogers.
Steve Rogers is basically a mutant at this point.
Yeah.
Like he should be able to really empathize. No, I got
Stephen Robert Rogers, fuck you.
Yeah.
There, I said his whole government name. Fuck him.
Oh no.
Like okay, back to Velma. Like
Yeah.
At least now, in some ways, the characters are starting to be who they say they are. But they still keep doing that stupid thing where they're just like, oh, but no, not really. Like Norval, aka Shaggy, his dad, huge fucking stoner. So Norval pretends to be a stoner for his dad. But they're slowly moving him towards that direction because now he gets panic attacks because in season 1 he killed Fred's mom.
What?
Yeah, I don't like this.
It was self-defense. Norval was climbing down a rope. Fred's mom was like, there's a black guy. So she shot at him with her gun. Luckily, Norval had a sword on him and he is chosen and he was able to slap that bullet. It hit a stalactite above Fred's mom, which fell and just obliterated her in front of Fred. So Fred's traumatized, and now Norval has PTSD, and that comes in the form of Fred's mom like berating him. And the only way he can stop these panic attacks is by eating food. That's how they make Norval eat a bunch of food. That's their answer for that. He's still not a stoner. He vehemently does not like smoking marijuana. He's against drugs in general. At the end of episode 3, he loses all empathy and he's like, "Fuck drugs," and he walks away. I'm like, okay.
Did he actually say fuck drugs?
It's
Probably.
pretty close, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if
Yeah.
they like how much cussing they bring
Lots
on
of
the
cussing.
show.
They obliterated a
yeah.
woman with a stalactite.
Yeah.
But I live in America, so words and sex are offensive to me, not violence. So I was more concerned
Good
with
point.
those
No,
things.
that is valid.
Yeah.
So far, the mystery for this season is that somebody is killing white men. Period. That's it. Just killing white men. So
So it's a
that
feel-good story.
so that's most likely going to lead at some point to Fred's dad maybe getting murdered. Mind you, Fred's dad is voiced by the guy who actually voices Fred in most Scooby-Doo cartoons.
Frank Welker.
Yes, Frank Welker. Frank Welker
Okay.
Oh,
is
that's-
Fred's dad in this, who is
That's
banging
just-
Velma's mom in this current season, and he's probably going to get murdered or next to or close to being murdered.
Frank Welker deserves better than this.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did this.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Look, Frank got to
He may have been contracted before he knew what he was getting into.
Frank is fine because Frank has been on every television show since the 1960s. Frank's
Yeah.
doing okay.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Good job, Frank.
Oh man, but yeah, it's rough. They introduced Thorn from the Hex Girls.
Heard that.
I
didn't go
heard.
well.
Oh, yes, we were all there when Beck went off about that. My
Yeah,
bad.
so
Yeah.
she,
I was about to be like, "Ooh, I had a friend that said something." Yeah, we were all there.
yeah, so Thorn, she is like canonically the age that she would be if she was a rock star in the 60s. So she's much older. Still wearing like the purple dress, but then like Amber, her daughter, is now like a new character for the show. Like, I guess being the
You're
Hex
picking
girl of the show.
It's weird to pick and choose like what characters you will put in like continuity and where.
Yeah, it's weird.
Now,
Like,
Also, it doesn't make sense to have like a Hex girl from the 60s. That's like Black Sabbath is as close as you get to like the kind of genre. And if you look at Black Sabbath in the 60s, it don't look like what you think it does. Or that's just
So
a
there's
rock
still
band.
there's still no Scooby, right?
still no Scooby. And I don't think
I-
we're getting Scooby.
No, yeah.
but
I mean,
but-
I'm pretty sure this didn't get picked up for a season 3.
But
so
they do keep doing the thing where they're hinting at it, because Fred now he has a van, which is it's the correct van, but it's not painted the correct
Painted
color
right.
yet, and doesn't
Sure.
say the right thing on the side. It's just
Sure.
Fred's because
Pussy wagon.
something like that, because he's now trying to start solving crimes himself, and he's
Got
doing it
it.
with the help of his 2 dogs. Because again, they're just just kind of peppering you with like you know what's coming next.
I saw a little something that I don't know to believe or not, since I'm not giving any of this a second of my eyeballs.
Yeah.
But what the final, like the big villain for the season is. I'm curious if it is what I've heard.
I have no idea. I have not looked ahead. I will hopefully be surprised, but we'll see what happens.
Did HBO release them all at once?
Yes, all episodes are
Okay.
out.
All right, then it's probably true.
It probably is. Everything you've
Yeah.
heard is probably true.
Well, prepare for more. I feel like the disappointment has left all of you that are watching it and talking about it.
Yep.
And it's just like, I don't know, like a sick, morose thing you all are doing to each other. Like at this point, I don't know why you continue. I don't understand hate watching. So also, I hope you're not like adding to any of the numbers. Please pirate this, steal it if you're watching it. Do not let HBO know that anybody is watching this stupid fucking thing. I don't really care about Scooby and the gang. I know
How
Jordan,
dare
you
you?
know, is a genuine fan. It's always just kind of been like a thing. It was, mm, maybe not even in the top 5 growing up as a kid. But I know Scooby. I know it through just osmosis of pop culture and everything. And this still sounds like the dumbest idea that even off of a pitch should have been shot down. And I don't know how like Kaling,
Mindy Kaling.
Kaylee.
Kaling, like I don't know if she has the juice to make this happen.
She doesn't.
So like why is this super diversive no, not diverse, that's not the word I want. Subversive version of the mystery, machine and all that. Like why does
Yeah.
it even exist? Who is this for? Is my question.
That's the thing. I have no idea who this is for. BT Dubs chat. How do I sound now? Fixed. Cool. Great.
Okay.
Figure that out. Awesome. Yeah, like
Who wants to see this?
I have no idea. That's part of the reason why I've watched season 1, I'm watching season 2 because I want to see like
Where it goes.
where's it going? Like what is your grand vision for fucking up Velma so badly?
Get some kind of like mental profile of like who this is for, who's enjoying this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I know was it Leland like 5 years ago or so they did like a Hanna-Barbera reimagining, but they put them all sort of in different genres or only slightly tweaked, and Scooby got like a post-apocalyptic thing where things were dark, but at least you set the entire tone to be separate.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
I'm not paying
that book went for like up to like 35 issues too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the little that was the only one that kept going too.
Yeah. But like that makes sense to me. And you can make big changes based off of like that entire paradigm shift. But like to see like glimpses of it, it's animated almost like an updated like pup named Scooby Doo almost. Like everyone looks like they're young, but like they're described as being early 20 somethings.
They're all high schoolers.
That makes things more weird.
Yeah.
Yep.
It really does.
Yep.
So they Riverdaled it.
They Riverdaled it. But no, that's not fair because Riverdale is a much better show. It is so much better than this.
Sure. But like, what if the pitch was Riverdale had all that success,
Yeah.
and they really messed with the character portrayals and stuff like that. What if we did it for Scooby in the cartoon, and then like that's where that conversation end, and then some fucking idiot kept going and kept changing things.
Yeah. Look, I came to this
like that's the elevator
Yeah.
pitch. Scooby and Riverdale.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. Like I came to this realization on Saturday when we were watching season 2. Velma is literally author insert fanfic. That is what Velma is. Mindy Kaling's just like, oh, what if I was Velma? And then this is how my world would be. Like that's it's fucking fanfic.
Does she voice Velma?
Yes, she voices Velma. It's straight up.
Yeah.
It's straight up author insert fanfic. That's what Velma is, and it's so disappointing. Because like everyone else is really like, I like everyone else. You know, like Constance Wu is Daphne.
Her.
Yeah. What's the guy who plays Dennis in Always Sunny?
Rob.
No, that's Mac.
That's Mac.
Glenn.
Yes, Glenn Howerton. Glenn Howerton is Fred. The black guy from that's in I Think You Should Leave. He's
gotta be black
because he's a black actor and he's
Oh,
voices
okay.
Norval.
Alright.
God, Sam
Sam
Richardson. Sam
Richardson.
Richardson. He's Norville.
Daphne is Constance Wu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Glenn Howerton is Fred. Frank Welker is Fred's dad. Like, I like all these
There's some
people.
other names, but I don't
Aside
know
from Mindy
these.
Kaling, but like, it's just so disappointing, man.
Yeah, I had to look up what the van was, but I don't know if this is what the van was called in season 1.
Mystery
There-
Machine.
There was no van
Should
in
be
season
called.
1.
Oh, okay. Well, the van that the name
It
that I
should be like
see on here-
Fred's something.
Yeah, it's Fred Jones Spooky Stuff Hunter.
There it is.
And it has flowers.
Yeah.
I
but,
don't
like-
hate that as a name. Like,
It's-
as
it's n-
like clearly
Yeah.
a show that is like building to the thing that you were expecting in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like that's a fun, almost there kind of
And that's
kind
the
of
thing.
title.
Most of the show, it's like it's almost there. It's just almost there, but then at the end of the day, Minty Kaling fucking hates Scooby Doo, so it's just like so they just never make it there.
I don't know. My opinion of it when I first saw it, without having the background of what well, I mean, I've watched a few Scooby Doo episodes, but I never watched it like religiously, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So watching it was just kind of like, who's this for? Because it was just
Question.
very vulgar
Yeah.
and like over the top, but like not
original?
in a funny way for me. No, the new
Oh,
Velma.
I was like,
Like,
what the
yeah,
fuck
no,
you talking
it was
about?
because I've only seen a few episodes of the old Scooby Doo, and if this isn't like, I just thought it was a bit much.
Yeah.
Like the shock, like they're going for shock value, but like in a cartoon, but like, hey, this is in. Like, I think people will get entertained, and it's just like, I don't
But
know.
didn't Venture Brothers do this better 10 years ago?
Absolutely.
I
Like
don't even know what that is.
Venture Brothers, it's basically a parody of Johnny Quest and Scooby Doo, like old shows, but
Johnny
Yeah,
Quest
that
is, like,
era of
a
Hanna
blonde
Barbera,
dude,
sort of.
not to be mistaken with Johnny Bravo.
yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Johnny
Yeah.
Quest is just Johnny Bravo, but he eventually has sex.
He is not anywhere like Johnny
No.
Bravo.
No.
Bravo's very.
Johnny Quest eventually has sex in his life,
Johnny
though.
Bravo's
I'm
very.
sure he did. I'm sure he
Johnny
went ahead
Bravo
and had a
does
family
not.
later.
College
Johnny
was
Quest-
great to Johnny Quest.
Yeah, he didn't go to college. He got
Sure
the
he
life
did.
skills. That motherfucker he's an adventurer. There's no
dad-
college in his
dad put
future.
him through college.
He's too rich to go to college.
That motherfucker got married to like a hot Laura Croft chick. They have 2 kids and they have a dog and they continue to do it. And Haji's still his best friend,
Yeah, Haji's
who also
still
married
chilling.
like a hot chick. And then he has 2 kids. Yeah.
Good for them.
Scott's been putting information about the Scooby Doo live action series that Greg Berlanti apparently is working on,
yeah.
and it sounded like like I like the Arrowverse and what they did. They did a lot with like nobody really in their corner. They built an empire, and like respect to Berlanti for almost a consecutive non-miss with those shows.
Yeah.
And then I saw it's written by the guys who wrote Cowboy Bebop,
Oof.
and I couldn't help but feel like, ooh,
Oh,
that was written not great.
It was it was not written great at all.
still haven't watched
Um,
it either.
And well, it's also because you can clearly tell the people who wrote Cowboy Bebop have never watched Cowboy Bebop ever.
The worst part is
They,
that right
they
about-
they probably watched the opening sequence of the movie on mute, and they're like, "All right, cool, Cowboy Bebop, I get it," and then they just missed.
Yeah, they watched somebody's YouTube compilation video.
God, you just reminded me about how fucking disappointing Cowboy Bebop was.
It looked
watched it.
good.
Oh
it
my-
looked
it
it looked
looked-
right.
It
It
Interesting.
looked good in the
they
trailers and
spent
all
money.
that. They spent money on that show,
spent money.
but the writing was so goddamn bad, and they changed things for no reason at all. They made Vicious
yeah.
the biggest bitch in the world, and it's like, dude, he's the primary antagonist. Like, Man of Few, he's basically Sephiroth in the anime. The show, he's like, no, he has to keep talking and be emasculated by Julia, and then, God, I fucking hate it so much. Jesus Christ, I watched the
Right.
whole thing just waiting for something good to happen. And then you know what they left me off with? They left me off with Ed at the very end. And it's just like, oh, this is
Yeah.
bad. I'm glad we're not getting a season 2.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they were confident to leave Ed at the end.
Oh my god.
They're
Biggest
just
fucking
walking
whiff.
around fucking Emperor's New Clothes kind of confidence.
Jesus.
To leave that on the table.
That was oh man, that was so
But
disappointing.
yeah, that's those guys are gonna need a different credit before I would put any faith in those names.
But
Um,
Oh.
I would at least think, just
Mhm.
from sheer osmosis, that they understand what Scooby Doo is. But we also have the Velma show, so maybe not. So there's that.
I mean, you'd think that like writers who get these jobs are the writers who like have genuine interest or care for the source material, but Velma and 1,000 other things.
It's this weird thing where I don't know what's been happening to writers in Hollywood, where it's just that they take a thing that exists and they're like, I'm going to make it my own, and it's just like, but it becomes not that thing anymore, and it's becomes
get-
something that no one wants.
I get, since like so many things are like reboots and remakes and stuff like that, I get wanting to do it differently. But
Sure.
like there's doing it differently without alienating or without really like giving it a genuine like this is an interesting, realistic, conceivable take
Yeah.
rather than like let's just make everyone assholes.
Oh god, yeah, that's basically what people are doing.
Yeah.
Like it makes me think about like for season 3 and 4 and beyond for the Witcher show. Season 1 and 2, you had Henry Cavill, fucking loves The Witcher. Read all the books, played all the games, knows The Witcher. But he's contending with writers who almost seem like they actively hate The Witcher. And they want to just
Yeah.
make it their own fantasy show. And it's just like, how about you deliver on the show that you promised that gives you a good credit, and then they're like, oh, you did really good on that show. Let me give you your own show for you to do whatever the fuck you want. And then you do whatever the fuck you want.
And out of thousands of people doing like fanfic online for free, you could probably find 20 good writers
Oh,
in
yeah.
that to like really do an exceptional job. That is the entire reason why it elevated to a new medium.
Yeah. And like these shows, they can be done. They can be done well. We got the Last of Us show. We got One Piece, a fucking fantastic anime adaptation. We got the Fallout show. Like these things can be done. But then you also have stuff like the Halo show where people are like, "Oh, you guys just don't fucking like Halo and you
People
wrote
shit
the
on
show."
Halo so bad. I don't hate it. I don't know anything about Halo, but I did find it to be interesting, like version of like militaristic sci-fi.
Apparently that's absolutely not Halo at all.
Apparently, but I've only played 3 of them and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Like to me, the perfect way to do a Halo show, and I'm not even a huge Halo fan. I think the best way to do a Halo show is do it like how World War Z is, the book, where it is basically
Oh.
a documentary after the fact. You know, like the show is just a compilation. You're just talking to random people like, oh yeah, no, I was there when Master Chief like hopped down and fucking destroyed 13 Covenant soldiers, saved 3 people, and then jumped out a window and like destroyed a
And just
tank.
do
Like
sort of an anthology.
something like that. Yeah, just like you could have people who tell like a very deadpan story or very like a very like heartfelt story about Master Chief, something like that. Then you have the people who are exaggerating shit, and then when they're exaggerating, you put that in the show. Just it's like Master Chief in the game, just jumping around shooting shit. Like, oh my god, what a fucking
The red
crazy guy!
versus blue episode.
But what?
The red versus blue episode.
Yes, yeah.
I remember seeing
Red versus Blue is a
that
way better Halo show.
poster, like online. Was that on
Light
Netflix?
pink, or it's light
Was that
red.
on Netflix?
What was that stuff?
Was that on Netflix?
Say the
What?
whole thing.
Red and blue.
Oh yes, Red
Those
versus
up.
Blue is on Netflix now.
Was
R.I.P. Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing like the poster for. I
Yeah.
never watched it, but I remember seeing the poster.
Yeah, I think I watched like 3 or 4 seasons of Red versus Blue on Netflix. If it's still there, I want to continue it because I really enjoy that show.
Leland,
I remember
whatever you're
having a good time
looking
with
at
that.
must be intense. Your eyes got.
It's dilated like a cat ready to pounce.
Oh, okay. I hope
Leland,
you're
were
fine.
you looking at porn?
No, why would he
No.
do that now? It's the worst fucking time to
Well,
look
he
at
got
that.
real quiet and he didn't want to talk about what he was looking at.
I don't think
Look,
he'd be
look,
mad.
look. Leland just gets a rush watching naughty things on the podcast. Wait, they don't know what I'm looking at right now. That makes her super hot.
Jesus Christ.
What's
just-
going on
I-
the screen? Nobody
A news
knows.
article kicked up, and I thought it was interesting.
What
That's
was the news
Oh, okay.
article?
Yeah.
that Pam Anderson may be in the Naked Gun movie, and I just thought,
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, she's gonna be in it. She's
Oh,
gonna be Liam
Pamela.
Neeson's wife.
I was like, who's
There's a
Pam?
Naked Gun movie?
They're remaking Naked Gun with Liam Neeson taking over for Leslie Nielsen.
I'm in. I think he'll
Yeah,
do fine.
I think
Steph,
it'll be great as long as the writing is good. I think Liam Neeson can nail a very super serious
Deadpan?
man, a deadpan super serious man in a very very Looney Tunes world. Speaking
But
of
he
Looney
does have a
Tunes
good sense
stuff,
of humor.
he does.
he does have a pretty
Like
Yeah.
when he showed up in Atlanta season 3.
I'm still behind on. I haven't finished
It
that.
was such a
I haven't
random
finished Atlanta
cameo.
season 3. I haven't finished Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm very behind on my shows. You were saying something?
You had a Looney Tunes story you wanted to tell.
Oh, I did. Okay, first of all, I've had some weird random stories that happened. Nothing bad, but just interesting that I felt like sharing. Wednesday. Last Wednesday I went to karaoke, which was real fun. And
No invite?
it wasn't me to invite, but we will do this. I think it would be real fun if we all do that.
No, I love karaoke.
It was real fun. Like,
It's just one thing.
so one of my good friends is moving to Texas. So Wednesday we hung out and we were supposed to go eat and she's real fun. And she was just kind of like, you know what? Let's sing karaoke. And I was like, on a Wednesday? And she's like, yeah, I'm so tired of dealing with people. I just want to sing. And I was like, all right, it's whatever you want to do. You choose what we do. So we ended up going karaoke and that was real fun. I would like
Where'd you
to
go?
say we went to Minsoak in Convoy.
Okay.
I would like to
Minsook's
say
John.
karaoke is such a different type of therapy that I fucking love. You scream your heart out, but not in anger. But it
I mean, you
feels
could sing
great.
instead of screaming.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But like
Very cathartic.
you sing in such a way that it's like you're yelling and you can get all your angry feels out and it's great.
We're not
did that on
gonna
Wednesday.
take it.
Oh man, the song choices are kind of hilarious. Someone sang, oh, and that's another thing that always makes me laugh. It's the one I'm terrible at like lyrics. So like usually when we sing karaoke is when I realize that's not what I've been saying for all these years. Or like some of the songs will have like sayings that you think it says, but like for whatever reason in the translation on the lyrics to the scream, it's weird. Like, what were we singing? I think it was like a Nicki Minaj song.
Super bass.
Well, we did super bass, and if you read the lyrics, it goes boom ba da ba boom ba da ba. You know the super bass song. If you know what I'm talking about, it's just really fun. So we sang that. It was Barbie Girl. It was Part of Your World. It's a Whole New World. It was very very karaoke,
classics.
sing your heart out songs.
Yes, yeah.
Right. That was fun. Love karaoke. I'd love to do that. Maybe that might be a thing I want to plan soon. Like I said, I would like to do that soon or plan it.
Would you
'cause
do it
That would be really fun.
like at a bar in front of people, or do you feel you
I've
don't really
done
want to do
what
it?
is that? Red
Red
the
Wing?
one in I've gone to Red Wing. I've done it once.
I've heard it's good there.
It is really fun. Everyone sings along with you, but I also like Minsoak because if you are
Drunk?
too shy to be around people, you're enclosed to your own room and it's a safe space
Yeah.
to sing whatever the fuck you want.
And no one
They got
hears
good
you.
food. Well, no one.
It's
You
it's
don't
private
want.
room.
Yeah, they're private karaoke rooms
So you're by
that you can
yourself.
rent
No, you're with your group.
with a group.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could
It's
be by
maybe, like,
yourself
I
if you
think
want
it's, like,
to.
I
I
mean,
think
that
it's like
just sounds.
70
like
or
a
80 an
Gretzko.
hour. Is it
I don't
70
know.
or
By
80
your-
an hour? I'm
I
not
don't know,
sure. Or an
but
hour and a half?
Stand in the room by yourself singing "Kiss from a Rose" just sounds sad.
But what if you're like
I would
an
pretend that
amazing
I'm in the
singer?
studio.
I mean, that's
I
that's
would
good.
be in there like,
Yeah.
you know, turn my headphones up. Da 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 da.
I think we did that on karaoke one time too, and the lyrics on that was "Para ya, para para
Baya.
Make the
Yeah, yeah,
noise.
yeah.
ya." And it's like
Doesn't
no
have
one
to be
sings
ya ya
like
or
this.
baba. Just make the noise.
It goes baya ya, baya ya,
yeah.
baya ya,
The
yeah.
mics aren't good enough to
Baya
know
ya,
the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
So we
Lord.
did that. It was a real good time. Saturday I hung out with family, but I thought this was just like a kind of sweet moment. So we went to the haunted Denny's in El Cajon, right? Went to haunted Denny's. I had breakfast with my family, and upon leaving, we were walking in the parking lot, and I just hear someone go, "Steph!" And I turn around,
It was the
and it's
police.
this.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, because they know me by name. Yeah. So it's this tall white guy, and he's just going, "Steph!" And I
It
was
wasn't
just
me.
like,
I was at work.
I was just confused
I'm
because,
not
like,
tall.
it took me a
No, I'm not
second to
white.
process who I was looking at. And then he was jumping up and down as the older white guy, jumping up and
Thin
down,
man.
trying to get my attention as if it was like he was, I don't know, it was like an emergency distress call from like an island. That was the vibe I got of him yelling.
Turns out it was her
And
third
I'm
grade teacher.
I didn't have a guy as a third grade teacher.
Sorry, continue.
For a second,
Okay.
I thought she was gonna say I didn't have a third grade.
I didn't have a third grade.
I skipped that grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
Who is it,
I-
Steph?
so I see him and I was just like, the fuck? And I was like, Bruce? And I like ran to him. So this is my
Wait.
ex's stepdad,
Damn.
but I just thought it was wild that upon leaving the Denny's is when he just they're eating breakfast and it just so happens they see me walking by and then it's just like, who's that? What's her name? Who's that? What's her name? And then they were trying to, and then it clicked that it was Steph. He ran outside to get me, and even his grandson was like, "I've never seen Grandpa run that fast ever in my life to run and get me." And it was a very sweet moment because I got reunited. I haven't seen them in like 10 years, but they knew exactly who I was.
Context is who this motherfucker is.
My ex's stepdad. Yeah, it was
Ah.
just my ex's stepdad. I was just like, it's family, like essentially a family friend for forever. It was just their whole family. Like they were at Denny's eating breakfast. I just thought it was very sweet that, one recognized me from outside just passing by the window and then
Steph,
to come
you
out
still
from
look like your high school photo.
Wait, what?
You still look like your high school photo.
I mean, sure.
true.
Yeah.
Steph,
I
you're a
guess so.
very
Okay.
identifiable person.
You know,
You look like a Twitch streamer.
It's true.
you know,
You honestly, you look like a main character.
You got that main character energy.
it's okay. It's just kind of interesting because when I was thinking about this on the car ride, it's very much, what is that, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon? I feel like there's degrees to me. Somehow, things always end up flipping back where I find out, oh, this person that I came in contact with was friends of a friend of a friend of a friend, but came back to me eventually, and it all keeps going full circle. I keep running into people that I haven't seen in a long time, and they recognize either me or a family member of mine, and then it goes, oh my god, that's Steph. Because literally a month ago, I was in El Cajon at a Thai restaurant, and I'm eating with my family, and then I just hear, Steph? And I'm just like, I don't fucking know who's here, so I just kept eating, and it was just like, Steph? And I turn around, and I'm just like,
It was her former
the
principal.
fuck? And then it was just like, what the hell? And I haven't seen him for over like 12 years. So it's just like, I don't know. I just thought it was really funny running into these people that I haven't seen in forever and them somehow either recognizing a family member of mine and then noticing me next to them, or somehow being like, this girl looks really familiar. I don't know how I know her, and then realizing it's me. I just thought it was really funny. Another situation that happened was literally that
We
same
get it,
night.
Steph. You're super popular.
You know, I said that in the car ride back. I was just like, if I tell Jordan this story, he's gonna be like, I get it, Steph. See, you're so popular. And I was like, I don't know what happens.
Everybody, I challenge you all to start asking your friends, and we will see who has the shortest distance to Steph outside of this podcast.
I feel like we
Just
could play
ask-
6 Degrees of Stephanie Agnes. Like, if you pick a random celebrity, we could get to Steph in 6 tries.
How? Does it count with actually knowing, or just somehow there's something related to me that relates to this person?
How much do we have to does the knowing connection need to be?
Yeah.
Casual acquaintance or
I think
or farther?
I think
I don't know
casual
many
acquaintance.
celebrities.
If people know, as long as they know each other's names, like, oh, yeah, I
Leland knows
remember
some
you.
famous people.
Oh.
Leland knows famous people and
It's true.
tangentially famous people.
I know.
I just know there was a time when we kept going to conventions and I kept running into the same people that we met, and them knowing, not necessarily knowing by name, but just knowing that we've run into you at past conventions, because I remember it was a lot of like, I would see someone, say hi, and then them know immediately that Jordan's my friend that's always with me at these conventions. Yeah, just little things that I thought was funny.
Like,
Um,
what? Elijah Wood. We could connect Steph to Elijah Wood. You know how? Elijah
because
Wood.
I watched The Good Son.
What?
Yes, Elijah Wood from The Good Son.
Yeah, from The Good Son with
Yes,
Macaulay
that's
Culkin.
yes.
That's okay.
Not Lord of the Rings.
That's my movie that I knew Elijah Wood from. The Good Son. And then I learned about the Ring. The Lord of the Rings. He wasn't in The Ring.
But
We had this discussion before.
we did have this discussion before.
We did have this discussion. I was like,
Um,
that was the movie that I remember him from.
But look, Elijah Wood, it's easy. Because Elijah Wood was in Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, a show created by one Max Landis, who annoyed Leland at a comic book shop.
Fucking, I'll eat a bullet before I talk to that asshole again.
No.
Christ.
So silly. What was I gonna say?
You were supposed to tell a story about
yeah,
your work.
but I just found out that I had other stories that I wanted to share.
What is on your
That's fine.
shirt?
Oh,
It looks like a draw fold. Yeah.
Yep.
it's 8 p.m. Do you know where I am? Oh no.
Fruit bar.
I don't even remember that one.
We
That
got
was
it
my slogan.
Yeah, it was one of the episodes from TK.
We should get some new shirts.
Yeah. Let's play. I'll be there. I should be.
Nah,
Unless
you're
something
not.
comes up.
Your voice went up.
Unless something comes up. Oh, I mean, I don't have anything planned. I don't control my life. Stuff happens.
Yeah, but
Yes, you do. You literally can control your life.
If anybody, it should be you.
It's like,
Oh yeah. Well,
tell
Pretty
all your
much.
family members to get to step in sometimes. You need Steph time.
I know.
We need Steph time.
I know.
Whatever
right?
And not even
Adam
about me.
Lambert.
You need Steph time.
That's fair. And then yeah. Well, weekend was going good. You know, weekend was great. More karaoke at 2 different karaoke bars, one after the other. I know. I didn't make the plans. Someone else did. Same friend that's moving to Texas wanted to karaoke again.
It's his
And after-
one thing.
I like making new friends.
After the first session, she was like, you know what? Let's go sing because because her boyfriend wasn't able to sing with us. So then we went to Minsoak again and were there for another 3 hours and saved the same exact songs we sang at the first one.
No, you can't.
Listen,
do
you have a set
that.
list. You have a set list. You know what you do well.
It wasn't me by
Which
Shaggy.
consisted
It wa-
of what's the weirdest thing too? I thought this was weird. I don't know. Maybe we just because they're like the like an Asian karaoke bar. So sometimes like the machine that you're using, it's not in English for the most part. So we're kind of learning as we go while we're pressing these numbers in. For whatever reason, during A Whole New World, it will play both versions. So one version you're only singing the man's part, and then the second version you're only singing the woman's part, which I thought was weird. Because I was like, why are we singing this again? And it's like, no, you're singing the other part of the song. And I was like, wait, I don't get it. Why that is. That's so weird.
That's for the people who go alone and don't have someone to duet with.
yeah.
We also sang a lot of Linkin Park, so that was real fun. Singing Numb is
Crawling
real
in
fun. It was
my
real fun. And
skin.
in the end, and then
Blast to your
my
high school
and
days.
then my friend Lucille was like, let's sing what was it?
Numb.
Evanescence.
I
Bring Me
was
to Life.
waiting for
That was
that
real fun to sing. And then late in the night, I was losing my voice because I was just like, oh, let's sing I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance, and that was a great one.
Well, Steph, if you wanted honesty,
Well,
that's all you had to say.
yeah, that's
I
all
never
had
want to let you
say.
down.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways. Good karaoke weekend. So,
You're going
Monday.
to own a bar this October.
Monday, I would like to say, I started my first day of my new job.
Yay!
Which is great. It's good stuff. Why I say it was Looney Tunes was because I get to work, I get to work. It's 8 o'clock. I'm getting ready to
Daffy Duck
start
is
my
your
new,
boss.
to start my new shift, and then it's like, we just went through a whole I guess, what is it?
Orientation.
No, not orientation. Where people are switching their seats. I don't know what to
Seating
call that.
chart?
Huh?
Seating
Duck
chart?
Goose?
Yeah, I guess seating chart. We're going through a new seating chart where everyone got moved around and all that,
I
right?
would love it if it was Duck Duck Goose.
So,
Like in a
Thumbs up,
corporate
thumbs up.
environment, everyone's like, now everyone sit down.
okay, so I get into
Or put
work.
your head down, your thumb up.
I worked with Adam Lambert's dad before he was famous. Look at
Mhm.
that. Okay. So I started work, right? And then Friday I had packed everything from my old desk, and I was waiting because of the whole like moving the office type deal, right? So Monday when I came in, I got my box, I move it over to only find out that someone else was in my seat, right? So what I thought was supposed to be my desk was for someone else. So I'm like, okay,
Time to fight.
let me figure out where
Oh.
I sit. But then it was fixed to the point where it was like, no, Stephanie's still gonna be in the seat, so this is still her original spot. We're gonna set up her computer, all that, right?
So she got
Now,
the garrote, right?
yeah, huh?
What?
I don't know what you're saying.
That's okay.
Anyways, so I'm so I have this little cabinet, right?
Yeah.
And there was a cabinet originally at my old desk, and it has little wheels. So I was just like, oh, maybe I could just roll this on over instead of transferring everything into the new cabinet. This is already ready to go. I'm just gonna keep mine, right? Because why would I have to empty it to put it into
Sure.
another one when I could literally roll that over there, right?
Yeah.
So in my cabinet, I have snacks, right? I have snacks and I have some cans of soda and all that. And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna, I started to look at the back and there was a number on it. So then I was like, never mind. I'll keep it where it is. I'll just move my stuff to this new drawer.
Yeah.
Cabinet, whatever you want to call it. So because it was someone's previous desk, I open it up and at first I see is like basic office items. Your sticky notes, some pens, and I'm just like,
Stapler.
oh yeah, just office things.
Scissors.
And then there's like a little compartment that you
Suicide
could
note.
pull up. So I pulled it up and I see Fig Newtons, and I was like, this is
Ooh.
great. I love Fig Newtons. I literally talked about this last week that I'd be really happy if I got some Fig Newtons, and I was just like, really, yeah, what was it? Manifesting this that I was gonna
Yeah.
get.
You speak it.
And
speak it into existence.
yeah, and it happened, and I was really excited. I was like, look,
Nice.
Big Newton's gonna put this on my desk. Blah blah blah, and I'm
Did you check
still
that
moving,
expiration date?
right? Huh?
Did you check that expiration date?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
That was the first thing I did. I was just like, ooh, Fig Newtons. When do they expire? So I started looking at the wrapper, and it said like November 2024, and I was like, okay, these are good.
Oh,
It's
we
just
good.
two things of Fig Newtons, and I was like real excited. Anyways, I start emptying my stuff, right? And I take one of the soda cans out, and I'm placing it into the other thing, and this can
Here it comes.
slips my hand. The can slips my hand and hits the cabinet corner, the metal cabinet corner at the perfect angle, and then this thing starts twirling around, and the Coke is shooting over 6 cubicles everywhere, and I'm just watching this shit spin around as I'm on the ground trying to get it, and it's twirling out like someone was playing what do you call that, spin the bottle. And it's because it's like you what is it when you is it shotgun, like when you
Yeah.
when you shotgun a soda, so like it's pouring and splattering over cubicles and computer screens, spraying everyone in the six cubicle radar of me.
If you're gonna take a body on a grenade, you got to throw the whole body on it.
I couldn't, man, if I just laid down on it to
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah, you'd have saved everyone. You'd have been a hero.
It's true. Be like
Yeah,
Captain
so
America.
my
Mhm.
whole pant leg was soaked in Coke, and I'm just like looking at like the desks around me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, everyone. And everyone's just kind of laughing and having a good time in the sense of like, welcome to the department, like this is your fireworks type deal. But I just kept looking at the aftermath, and there was splotches of Coke all over the
Everywhere.
cubicles and all that, people's keyboards,
Bodies strewn
like
everywhere.
there's a stain on the ground, and that thing shot
Human
like to the
rubble.
point that like someone in the other cubicle next to me was
Murder
like, "Oh my
scene.
god, it got in my face," and I was just like, "I'm
My
so
God!
sorry. I'm
I need a wet paper
sorry."
towel.
Yeah,
So sticky.
Oh God.
yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
ants, Steph? Because that's how you get ants.
Now you brought ants.
It just became a whole joke. Like after that, I was cleaning everything up, and now I keep seeing specks of Coke around. Like I didn't like I was cleaning, but like every time I moved something off my desk, there was more Coke everywhere, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck?
In 2 more years, when Steph moves desks again, because they've made her president, she'll be cleaning her stuff out, and she'll see just a little splotch where she'd never seen before, and she'll think back on this day, be like, "Man, life was different back then,
I still look at the cubicle
just
next
before
to
the
me
apocalypse
that
came,
has like 4
before
or
magic
5
came back to the earth."
blotch stains where I'm just like, I could just see like where it's discolored and know that that's a daily reminder of when I spilled the Coke everywhere.
And,
I'm
that,
sorry if
and
it
now
was
you
supposed to be a
ruin
great
drinks
story
for
and it's just
everyone at their,
boring.
at
Yeah,
their
now no one
desks.
can have Cokes. Was it a full 12, or is it like one of those like 8.5s?
Oh no, it was just one can.
Yeah, but like the big can, the regular can, or a small can?
She's
the
not bringing
16
tall
ounce,
boys to
the
work.
16-ounce can. Yeah,
Oh, she is.
it
Wait,
was.
what?
Wait, was it a 12 ounce? The standard
Regular?
Coke can. The standard
12.
Coke can.
Okay.
I just
12.
know it had the
The tall
clearest.
boy of Coke.
It had the
Do they even
clearest.
make that?
Yeah, they do.
Huh?
Yeah. It's at the top shelf at the 7-Eleven.
It had the clearest
Oh,
cut.
I go to a grocery store.
Like
Grocery store.
you would have thought, yeah.
I don't do my
someone
weekly
shot
shopping at a 7-Eleven and hoping for the best.
It's okay. He's
Because-
not
I'm
gonna
racking
get.
up a lot of
He's not gonna
points.
get a tall boy of Coke. He can't reach that high.
It's
Oh.
just. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the way that
This is the
that
biggest
can.
reaction we've gotten.
I
out of
know
Leland
that's
all
the
day.
thing.
It's just the way that can spun.
Tonight's not about me. I'm just
Was
enjoying.
insane.
It's not a It's not a passive sport here, but
It was so fast.
Sometimes it is when everybody else has things to talk about.
you can include.
We have an hour.
Yeah, and it's up.
We
I
have
gave my
5
15 minutes to
left.
Steph.
Oh,
I secede my time.
oh my god. But yeah,
Me
no.
and Maxine give up our time for Steph.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. It's just like I
Steph,
said-
careful drinking. You can't do that very well.
what?
You got a weak grip, Steph.
You're bad at
You-
holding.
It's just Jamba Juice. It's fine.
Oh God,
Oh
we
my
get it.
god.
I'm not gonna lie. I went into
So on
Jamba
brand.
Juice today, and I was standing there, and I was looking, and I was like, "How long has
Ordering
it
off
been?
the secret menu.
How long has it
that
been?
only the employees know.
It's
Did you hit them?
almost
Did you hit them
one-
with the lingo? And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, it's kind of wild
Oh.
that it's
She's
been
an elder.
that long. Where I'm just like, you guys still have the same. This is the same. Hold on. It's
Listen,
Yeah, they
Rasmus had
don't-
forever.
Yeah, they don't mix
need
up.
to change anything.
Yeah, they don't ever really change up their drinks
Like,
there.
it's
They
true.
nailed it in one.
I
Yeah.
remember when there was
It's
a,
called Strawberries Wild. That's the only drink they have, and it's fantastic.
All the
See,
better.
and I go for the pineapple one.
Oh,
The
Aloha
Aloha-
pineapple.
The Aloha pineapple.
What's
That's
in
my
What's in
go-to.
that,
They used
Steph?
Huh?
What's in Aloha pineapple?
If you get the original size, if it's still called original, it's 12 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 scoop of non-fat vanilla or no non-fat yogurt, 2 strawberries, and I think 2 strawberries.
Only two. I'm
And a
gonna need at
banana?
least 2 more.
I think it's 2 strawberries and a banana. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I would-
that's pretty much it.
I would
Can't name
love-
Elijah Wood's biggest movies, but knows the recipe for.
She did that for a living for a while. She
I-
got paid to care about that.
I would
What?
love to see what Steph's mind palace looks like.
Oh, it's weird.
Is it a Jamba Juice?
No, it's just weird. I think it's just weird. Oh yeah, there.
Oh.
18 years ago.
I
was
went.
sit- Ah.
We went to In-N-Out the other night, and I got my first 2 items off the secret menu.
What'd you do?
A
What'd you
Flying Dutchman
get? Flying Dutchman?
and
Flying
That's good.
Dutchman.
I used to get that in high school.
The other's a drink. So
Steph, what secret
Was it
drinks
the
are there?
Neapolitan shake?
I got a Neapolitan shake for the first time.
Ha,
My brother
we
worked
nailed
at
both of
In-N-Out.
them. Good job, Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother would tell me a bunch of like.
I enjoy the Neapolitan
Yeah.
shake. I mean, it didn't really taste like any of the flavors. It would occasionally
it.
you get like a
Mm,
hit.
Yeah.
You're like,
a little
ooh,
bit more
strawberry.
of something. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a mix of
Yeah.
all three at all times.
Yeah, it
though.
really was. It was fine though. I didn't
Yeah.
dislike it.
Yeah.
The Flying Dutchman though had a little too much cheese on it. Like it was
Oh,
was overloaded. I was like,
Yeah.
this is not good.
It's much. Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest In-N-Out fan, so I like their burgers.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, that
Your
Jordan.
burgers are good.
what
I
do you
get
do?
animal
I
stuff,
rolled my
right?
eyes.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
Looked like Storm for a
so-
second.
I used to
All
get their
white.
pink lemonade all the time.
Do you love it? I don't know. I don't remember
I
our
think it's
In-N-Out
too acidic.
conversations.
Oh, I enjoy In-N-Out. I think it's one of the better.
That's
Oh,
fast
it's
food
definitely
joints.
one of the better fast food
Yeah.
joints. I just don't go out of my way to get it because
Yeah,
getting
it's-
there, it's almost like a Lord of the Rings style walk.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah.
Starring
Also-
Steph's favorite actor, Viggo Mortensen.
What do you
This is
call
where
that?
she goes, "Oh, the guy from the road," and we all just kind of look at her like, "What?"
Oh yeah, 310 to Yuma, my favorite
Yeah.
movie.
Wait, he's in the road. You know, in the road, there's a part where the child drinks Coca-Cola for the very first time, and Coca-Cola was the drink that spilled everywhere yesterday. So I
Yeah,
feel
Steph,
like
Viggo
in my
Mortensen was
head-
the dad in that movie.
Oh, I don't know names. Guys. You gotta show me photos, and sometimes when you show me photos, I have a facial blindness problem where I think this
White people.
person is this person, and I'm so
Yeah,
wrong about it.
Yeah, so Steph sent a
Yeah,
picture.
I fucked up today. So I watched Knocked
I
Up
like where this
over
is
the
going
weekend
already.
again. Like I
Knocked
needed
Up.
just something in the background, so I played Knocked Up, right?
Okay.
And there was one guy in there who plays, I think, the
Josh,
boss of
Gabriel.
he plays the boss of what is it? Catherine Heigl?
Yeah.
Heigl? Yeah, the boss
Tudyk.
of Catherine Heigl, right? And wait, what?
Yeah, Alan
Nothing.
Tudyk,
Keep
yeah.
going.
I know who exactly you're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. So I saw him, and I was just like, "Hey, guy!" Right? Wait.
She cut out.
Oh,
I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry.
The
I
voice
said,
stopped.
"Hey, it's that guy," and I was just like, "Oh, I remember him." And then it just so happened, like, this is a thought that I had to myself, right? And it just so happened in the chat with me and Niall and Jordan, we were talking about something, and someone
She just has a
put
private chat with
meme.
my brother.
Yeah, it was someone put up a meme, or not meme. It was a GIF of Tim Robinson, and I saw Tim Robinson, and I was like, "Hey, speaking of him, I saw he was in Knocked Up," and then Jordan was like, "That's
Not
not him."
at all close.
And I was thinking about
Nowhere
it, and I
close.
was just
Not
like,
in the same city.
and I was just like, "Wait, really?" And then I IMDb'd, and I was like, "Yeah, that's not him." My thought process when I was watching this was,
White guy,
Knocked Up
blonde.
was
White?
a really
Tim
long,
Robinson.
yeah, Knocked Up was a really long time ago, and I thought with age, Tim Robinson.
And I think the fucked up thing is Alan Tudyk is like much older than Tim Robinson.
Oh, Tim Robinson's almost like 70.
This is pretty old.
Are we talking about the same guy?
So my
Probably not.
logic. So my logic was okay.
Because that guy he was married to Susan Sarandon, who is in her 70s.
Okay, no, we're thinking about different guys because Tim Robinson, the one we're thinking of, he's 42 years old.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Okay, who the
I
fuck?
thought
What
it
are the
was.
It's
Or
not
might
clear
be
enough.
Ridley.
to see.
Just go on Netflix, watch I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, they allowed him
that
to have the same
guy.
name? That's not supposed to be a thing.
Apparently.
That's
They
why we
got-
have Vanessa Williams and Vanessa L. Williams. That's why Michael Douglas had to change his name to Michael Keaton.
Okay,
Mm.
that all right. I take
You
take
just
back
confused
my-
Steph so hard just then.
I know. I saw
Yeah,
I
was
saw
like,
it
wait,
too.
Michael Keaton was Michael.
Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas, and because
Wait,
of
Michael
he-
Douglas is the bad guy in
Oh.
Speed.
no,
No,
that's Dennis Hopper.
Dennis
That's
Hopper?
Koopa,
Dennis
Steph.
Hoffman. Dennis Hoffman.
Dennis
from
Hopper.
Waterworld.
What?
Oh wait, no, are you trying to figure out Dennis Hoffman? Are you trying to Hoffman or Hopper? Which one are you trying to figure out?
There's
Dennis
Dustin
Hopper.
Hoffman and
Oh,
then Dennis Hopper.
This is a lot of names, guys, and I gotta take
gave
it one
you
by
two.
one.
I
Hold
literally
on,
gave
hold
you
on.
two.
Yeah, but
Dennis?
both those two
Wait,
had two more
wait,
names
wait.
in them.
Dennis Hopper?
No,
Hopper.
Yes, Dennis Hopper with P's.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You do, because he's the bad guy in Speed.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on. Dennis Hopper.
It-
Who am I? Got all my guys confused.
Why are you?
Got all
you-
my '90s action men confused. Hold
Look,
on.
I understand you have to look it up, and I'm okay with that. But the disbelievement that I would lie to you is what I'm offended by. Like, there is one thing I'm really good at, and it is knowing people in movies, and you questioned it.
It's true. That is his one thing.
It's like
I
I don't
feel-
like one of the only thing I'm really good at.
I feel like when it comes to like this specific thing, we rarely lie to her. But granted, we do lie to her a lot
No,
about
Yeah,
other
you,
things.
you lie more than I do.
I'm so confused. Okay, so
If,
Dennis
don't you both
Hoffman-
clutch your pearls? No, it is accurate. Anthony's the biggest liar of the podcast, second by Jordan, then me, and
Yeah.
then Steph.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be
That
how
is the
this breaks
correct
down.
order. That is
Yes.
the correct order.
Yeah.
On how
Name five.
lying would go.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't write them down.
Mm, you ain't got no receipts, bitch.
It's okay.
I
Quan
mean,
was watching,
with
so
you, there's like 400 of these episodes. There's at least 1,700 of them.
Wait,
there.
I need to get these
Well,
people's
you only
faces
watched
in my
two of
head.
them.
Okay, so Dustin Hoffman is
Dustin
in
Hoffman.
Rain Man.
Speed.
No,
No.
Okay, Dennis Hoffman, to me, my movie for him
Dustin
is Hook.
Hoffman.
yes,
So Hook.
you are correct.
Okay,
He
so-
is Captain Hook and
Okay,
Hook.
so Dustin Hoffman is Hook. Okay,
Yes.
now who's the guy in Speed? The bad
Dennis
guy.
Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Okay, Dennis
Easy Rider.
Hopper.
Come on, man.
Okay. And Dennis Hopper, I also know.
Watch her say Blue Velvet and
No.
shock the shit out of everybody.
Just think about what is on TBS on a Saturday afternoon.
Speed.
What do I remember him the most in? I'm looking. No.
What would be the
No.
most
Waterworld.
random
Going
thing she could pull?
way further than I need. I'm in the 1999s trying to see what I know him in. I
The
guess it is
plural
just Speed because I don't
1999s.
know him in I don't remember him in Waterworld.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah, I would assume he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
He's
Oh.
often the bad guy.
Okay, yes. I can confirm my first movie ever seeing him in then is Speed.
I would love some kind of like flow chart or just a book of like interesting connections that Steph has for
Oh.
things.
Name a
Again,
name a random celebrity and I would look at IMDb and I could tell you if I know anything from
again,
that
I would
they're in.
love to see her mind palace. Like, how does it work?
I don't know, it's weird. I'm
It's
wrong half
ever-changing.
the time.
It's very
Clearly.
fluid.
But you're also right half the time, so focus on the positivity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know some things I could get right.
You're right about a
Right,
lot
right.
of things, a lot of the time.
Every Jamba Juice recipe.
Oh
Always
yeah,
right.
I can say it with confidence. Yeah. No, going back to Jamba Juice, because we did
no,
have
we
one.
don't have to.
Well, there was one thing someone said because we were talking about drinks. I remember specifically maybe 2 occasions that they had to change the name for something, just because it was a weird thing to name it.
Were the Mataz people offended?
Tequila Sunrise.
That's exactly what I ordered. A razzmatazz.
I said Razzmatazz 20 minutes ago.
So yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know. There, you guys yell a lot, and I'm gonna pick one of you to listen to. It's just like someone
one at a
sticks
time.
out way more than another than other
You have to
the
talk more
others
to be heard.
at a certain time.
She's tuned me out a long time ago.
Oh,
There's white noise in the background.
there you go. Yeah,
the fireworks have done. That means we're done.
the 2 flavors I remember. There was a time, and I thought it was wild because I saw it on the menu today, and it's their protein berry workout. I remember when the protein berry had Nike in front of it, and it was called the Nike Protein Berry Workout, and that was in 2006 or 2007, and then Nike took it away, and it was just called Protein Berry Workout. And then we had this other drink that was supposed to have like some kind of like heart health boost in it, and it was called the Heart Defender, and it just was a weird thing to ask for at a Jamba Juice back then.
May I have the heart defender, please?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Original Heart Defender, please.
I just
Extra shot away.
Oof. I remember when whey went through like when whey protein went through this weird like
Renaissance.
no, this weird taste change in the recipe because whey protein at Jamba Juice tastes it was all right, and then I guess they got a new recipe,
After
and
the back
then
just doing shots of whey
and then
powder.
it tastes very like Pepto Bismol, like with strawberries.
Bringing out the
Bismuth?
wheatgrass in her mouth.
Yeah, like pink bismuth, exactly. And yeah, it was a thing. That's all. That's all I have to say.
And that's what we end on.
That's it.
Woo!
That's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. You were all fantastic. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you for all the lurkers. You are all amazing people, and we value you and the time we spend here together. If you would like to spend more time with us, we are on the social medias. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook. You can search by looking for LORC Podcast, or if you're a good typer, League of Ridiculous Conversations. There's a lot of letters in there. Some of them you
Yeah.
don't use all the time.
Yeah.
We also are here on Tuesday at a regularly scheduled 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/LORC podcast. And if you would like to find any of my shenanigans, you can find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter. In alphabetical order, you can find the rest of us at...
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Remember, on Saturday, we're going to continue our Velma watch party, watch up to episode 3, so you can be caught up with us when we continue this terrible, terrible show. Jordan is a Bear, social media.
You can find stuff I do online at Leland Pierce Art. May starts tomorrow.
Woo!
So
Ooh.
let's see if I can complete it this year. Didn't last
It's-
year.
May.
I know one mermaid you should make.
Ooh, Rogue May.
It's already done.
Hell yeah.
All of it, or that
No.
specifically?
That one.
Nice.
What about that one?
Nah.
Oh well.
I always
Sorry.
do
Any-
this, but can
any
you make one
mermen?
of us? Can you make
Yeah, there's
one
a
of
couple
us?
mermen in there. All right, Steph, where do they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and maybe Twitch. It's definitely that's
Oh, yeah.
SEPHUHNOIDS. I'm posting stuff. I don't know. Go
Nice.
look and find out.
Yes. And we are all on the LORC Discord. If you're not a part of it, send us a request. We'll get you in there. Good times, very active. The Helldiver chat does not stop. I'm not joking. It does not
Yeah,
stop. It's
that's true.
currently posting right now. It is insane.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Look. I like to keep our divers up to date. We have discussions. It's mostly just me and Cody in there, but Marco shows up at times too. Everyone's welcome to join us in our discussions. You're
I'd say there was
also
a lot of people in there. I just said it was constantly moving.
and
Yeah, it is.
you're also welcome to dive with us as well
For
Yeah,
liberty.
for liberty, for
Dive
super
for
Earth.
liberty.
love it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We will see you next week. We will see you on the internet. Oh, we got one more thing.
Yes, if you missed last week's episode, you could catch it on YouTube right now on our YouTube channel.
Right.
So go and
There was
check that out.
Sounds
Search LORC podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. You are all fantastic. We love you all. Bye.
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 I'm gonna change the scene when Leland says bye.
Bye.